Thanks to all the subscribers. Please like, subscribe, and comment. With that out of the way, let's get into it. Murder BAE. Serenia Lee Mixon was a rising star in the Florida branch of National Bloods gang. Women in the SSM gang like Mixon are referred to as Moets, like the champagne, and some dye their hair red, while the men are known as Moes. Murder BAE joined the gang when she was 15 or 16 years old. Her tasks included serving as the gang's Polk County chapter secretary, passing messages between incarcerated members, and attempting to set up the retaliatory murder of a former member who had robbed the Florida head of the gang known as Sex Money Murder. Murder BAE would eventually get caught up in a murder beef that would derail her rise. Murder BAE was caught on a recorded phone call with fellow gang member Xavier Ulysses. The transcript of the call sounds like gibberish. The two were talking in code, but detectives say they were laying out a plan to murder a former gang member. It reads in part, Mixon, yeah, I want him bad. Ulysses grunting. Mixon, I want him real bad. So I am saying though what? Ulysses, I'm gonna be in the tower tomorrow. Yeah, and I should be able to, you smell me? Mixon, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Bang my line then. Ulysses, grunting. Yeah. Mixon, cause I'll go handle that peach sap. You heard me? Ulysses, what do you say? Mixon, I'm trying to handle that peach sap. I'm finna call Brose and lace his J's up. The president of the Florida Gang Investigators Association and the National Alliance of Gang Investigators Associations said Ulysses was telling Mixon that he was going to be in Bartow, the Tau, the following day, where the intended target was. Mixon said she was going to handle getting permission for the murder by calling a higher-up gang member, Brose, and informing him, lace up his J's, of the target's whereabouts. The target is still alive and is now in federal custody. Murder BAE was the Polk County Secretary of Sex Money Murder for a time, but she may have lost her status when she was arrested in April 2022. Mixon was warned by her higher-ups about partying too much, drinking too much, and running her mouth too much. Murder BAE was also caught on a recorded line calling for the beating of another gang member on a jail phone call. This is who I need you all to chew, she said. Murder BAE wanted a man beaten for trying to have her attacked. During that call, she admitted to funneling Polk County membership dues to the state treasurer. A national meeting was held in October 2020 in New Jersey and another in March 2021 in South Carolina. In October 2021, a national convention was scheduled for Kissimmee, with leaders coordinating a rented meeting hall, Airbnbs, and hotel rooms. Citations to statewide and national gang gathering was written in the code of the gang. Attention all trendsetters and Moets. We have a mandatory POG. Saturday, November 14th. Do not bring any flags, and if you do leave them in your mozzies, we do not need 848 riding by viewing any flags or to give them any reason to bother us. One of the members coordinating the party was Serenia Murder BAE Mixon. During a conversation with another gang member, she said she joined the gang when she was 15 or 16 years old. They also discussed a female gang member who was dating someone from a rival gang. They didn't think she would attend the meeting because she knew she would be physically beaten for violating the gang's rules about not associating with rival gang members. Mixon said if she didn't comply with gang rules, then she's dead. Mixon also discussed providing prostitutes for the party. I got a Cuban, I got them all. What you want, I got them all, bro. I'm gonna bring the hoes over there, and they finna come stay the night at my place. I'ma bring them over there to turn up during the day then. You know, when at night time, they gotta come with me. The police were monitoring gang members' social media accounts and saw people discussing the party. Posts included pictures of a 9-bedroom Airbnb with a swimming pool on Calistoga Avenue in Kissimmee's Sonoma Resort neighborhood. The party took place in suburban neighborhood, tightly packed with single-family homes, involved secret handshakes, dancing, cocaine on the kitchen counter, men packaging cocaine and marijuana on the dining room table, and men openly carrying handguns and rifles in the home. 2 days later, law enforcement were tipped off to the location of the main gathering. Through physical surveillance and observation of Serenia Murder BAE Mixon and Hernando Thompson being present, it was apparent this was the location of the national meeting of Sex Money Murder, the police stated. Later obtained security camera video of the party, which organizers labeled as the 3rd annual family gathering for paperwork purposes, The video shows S&M merchandise being sold, gang signs being flashed, and about 100 attendees posing for a group photo. The S&M state treasurer rented the venue for $4,000 for 8 hours. The heat was on. For the first time in the history of Polk County, a gang wiretap was issued. The police call them T3s, where they listen to social media apps, cell phones, and all their communications through court orders. Ulysses and Mixon were two of 41 people either taken into custody or had a warrant issued for their arrest in April 2022, following a year-long investigation by every law enforcement agency in Polk County, the state attorney's office, the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, the Florida Attorney General, and the U.S. Attorney's Office out of Tampa. Serenia Lee Mixon, 23, also known as Murder BAE, has a RICO case pending. She remained in the Polk County Jail from April 8, 2022 until May 21, 2023, when someone posted her $20,000 bond. Moncrief bail bondsman out of Orlando handled the bail, but declined to say who paid. While in jail, she earned a hairdressing certification. She was never charged with conspiracy to commit murder. She has filed notice with the court, waiving her right to appear at any future court hearings. Xavier Ulysses, 28, was charged with conspiracy to commit murder, was reduced to conspiracy to commit aggravated battery on a person using a deadly weapon. He pled guilty and was sentenced to 2 years in prison and 3 years probation. He was then sentenced to another 2 years for a different case involving aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer, resisting an officer with violence, fleeing to elude a police officer, and knowingly driving while his license suspended or revoked. He is awaiting transfer to the Florida State Prison System. Organized racketeering charges are pending from the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. A map created by the Polk County Sheriff's Office shows some of the cities and correctional facilities that were involved in the year-long sex money murder gang investigation. The affidavit on the sex money murder gang is to delve into a foreign world for most people, one with its own language, its own rules, and its own symbols and signs. The report shows that gang members pay dues, hold national conferences, and host formal dress parties. They use money from drug sales money and membership dues to pay the legal fees of members who are arrested and face trials. They even do background checks on potential members using clerks of courts' websites. There are initiations involving brutal beatings, drug dealing, and violent retribution for anyone who steps out of line. Members commit armed home invasions, and there is at least one murder tied to a local S&M gang member. The affidavit said many of those symbols and more are on SSM members' Facebook accounts, where they flash their gang signs, usually one or both hands forming guns, and dress in red clothing with red or green bandanas. They make rap or drill videos about their lifestyle choices and post them to YouTube, praising the sex money murder founder, Peter Pistol Pete Rollick, who is currently serving life in prison. Rollick started the gang in 1993 in the Soundview Gardens housing project in the Bronx as a subset of the United Blood Nation gang. Some S&M members have tattoos of his name or with 252, which is believed to have been Rollick's apartment number in Soundview Gardens. Other tattoos, t-shirt images, or slang, which often appear on their social media pages. There is at least one murder tied to a Polk County S&M gang member, and the main suspect is a friend of Mixon's. Javoris Dexter Trammell was arrested in 2021 for the murder of Tyrell Bell, a gay man Trammell had been communicating with on Snapchat. Check out his story in an upcoming video. Shit while you're at it. Show Murder BAE some love if you are so inclined. You can reach her on Inmates in Need of Pen Pals and Friends.
Anyway, although there are convictions in this matter, I must stress that an indictment is not evidence of guilt. Charges are only allegations, and each defendant is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Blessings. Luke 17:3. 4. If your brother sins, rebuke him. And if he repents, forgive him.